Every action anime becomes better when you add a little mystery and magic to the mix. Today, we're going to see 10 supernatural action anime with an overpowered main character. Let's get started. 10 Tiger and Bunny. Now, we don't have actual tigers and bunnies in this one, but think of this as a replica of My Hero Academia with different superpowers. It happens in an alternate universe to Earth where superheroes dominate the city and their heroic activities and communicated through a TV channel known as Hero TV. In here, we meet Burnaby Brooks, a young man with murdered parents who's teamed up with a veteran hero named Kotetsu T. Kaburagi. At first, the two have their conflicting ideals on how they should operate, but soon both of them begin to learn from each other, especially Barnaby. One great thing about this show is the mystery it adds along the way, and sometimes it can even get darker as we move along. 9 Fox Spirit Matchmaker.
你说是不是？
Come on, who doesn't like Fox girls in their anime? Now give our main character a kick in the power hierarchy, and we've got the perfect superpower action anime with Fox girls in it. Fox Spirit Matchmaker is a Chinese anime that shows China can produce its own unique kawaii animation. Here we have Bai Yuchu, who meets the Fox girl Tushan Susu. Now unknown to them, they have the previous mysteries of their life affecting them, and while helping the princess of their nation against their own threats, the two slowly form an emotional bond over each other. If you love romance in your action anime, then this show can definitely give you that as well. And who needs romance when you can see the main character kick ass? 8 Chrono's Ruler. This is why you shouldn't listen to strangers. When Honda learns from 2 mysterious men that any wish you make under a certain clock tower becomes true, she decides to be the brave one to go and make a wish. But oh boy, granting the wish also unlocks a curse that involves demons, monsters, and a lot of supernatural stuff. The 2 men who threw her into this, Kiri and Victor, tell that they are Chronos rulers, people who are meant to defeat these demons who mess with space and time. Now, Honda needs to get on with these 2 men and go on an adventure she never asked for just because she made a wish at the wrong place at the wrong time. See, perhaps you should keep your wishes for yourself. 7 Super X Heroes. Now here comes a show with a weird premise. We all know how the ecchi genre of anime works, right? Now give a supernatural tone to an ecchi show, and this is what you get. We enter a world that was invaded by aliens, and the only device that can defeat them is the Hexeros. Now what's the secret to unlocking the power of this device? You need super high erotic energy. See, I told you, it's anime with its weird premises again. Our main character is Retu Enju, a person with immense hatred towards these aliens, and the only person who can activate this weapon. Think of this as a more ecchi version of Attack on Titan with less plot and more plot. 6 Musaige no Phantom World.
One by one, these children were born. Just like you and I, they were given special abilities genetically designed to fight these phantoms.
If you need a less tame version of Super X Arrows, then this anime will be perfect for your watch list. Haruhiko Ichijo and Mai Kawakami are 2 students who learn in the Hosea Academy about how to deal with spirits. Together, along with the friendly Phantom Ruru, they go on various adventures to fight off these evil spirits and help humanity. Even though this may have a normal premise, the show manages to blend in the supernatural themes well with its fantasy and magic themes, and you'll soon be hooked with these duo's adventures. This has a nice supernatural feel in it, and all the characters who appear can easily grip your attention, so make sure to add this to your watch list. 5 Kakashi. Once again, we have the Big Bad Evil and the guys who are sent to defeat the Big Bad Evil. Oh wait, this time we have a guy and a girl, so this one's going to be more interesting. Here we have Yoshimiro Samemura and Tokine Yukimura, who are 2 individual Kakashi. Who are these Kakashi? They are people who are trained to kill demons, and the anime follows the adventures of our 2 main characters. One great thing about this show is the interesting combination of the main characters. Both Yoshimura and Tokine are from rival clans, and this means they'll have to set aside their differences when fighting these monsters. Can these 2 finally get together to bring down the bigger evil? Watch the anime and find out. 4 Akashic Record of Bastard Magical Instructor. The Alzano Empire is home to one of the most distinguished magic schools in the world. the Alzano Imperial Magic Academy. Here, ambitious young students undergo training to become competent magicians. But this time the story isn't about the students, it's about the sensei who arrives at the academy to teach them. Now the students think he's some guy who's too bored with life and has no magical powers at all, but then he starts kicking asses and the people soon realize that this man should not be underestimated. He has a well-known knowledge about magic, its effects as well as spells. He also has the power of pain tolerance where he can survive multiple wounds and attacks without losing the motivation to fight. If you need a show with an overpowered sensei, then this is the show for you. 3. Fog Hill of 5 Elements. This is one of those anime that make Studio Ufotable shed tears. Fog Hill of 5 Elements, also titled Wushan Wuxing, tells a story that's a combination of action, suspense, and superpowers. This happens in a world where monsters could give the ability to certain elected officials to master the 5 elements. But there's a catch. To do this, they need to pass the Fog Hills, a hill that has dangerous threats lurking within it. In this anime, we follow the adventures of one of these elected officials as he crosses the Fog Mountain. The series has a few of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in any anime. Yeah, it can't even rival Fate series at a certain point, so make sure to check this one out. 2. Gleipnir. Gleipnir is one of those stories that starts right in the middle of the narrative, gives us tons and tons of action, then resolves a bit of the mystery in the last few episodes. Of course, you need to go read the manga to find out what happens next, or you can wait for a second season that might never happen. Gleipnir tells the story of Shuichi, who has received the power to transform into a monster. But Shuichi is young and kind-hearted and uses violence as a last resort. Things change when he meets a girl named Claire and she blackmails him for her own goals. Claire needs to find her sister, and on their journey, the two slowly learn about each other's past, and a mystery that has been buried slowly surfaces with time. If you need action, gore, and some Claire service, then this is the show for you. 1. Fate Apocrypha. If the 7 masters and servants in the original Fate wasn't enough for you, then Apocrypha is here to solve that problem. Fate Apocrypha uses the same battle royale themes similar to the original Fate series, but this time the masters and servants are divided into 2 factions known as the Black and Red factions. Among all of them is Sieg, a Homansuli who escapes the lab and gains the power of Black Saber. The show follows the war between these 2 factions as they compete for the Holy Grail. This one's got way more cooler battles, more mythology, and fights that blew the internet back in the day. If you love a good old Fate story, then you should start this one as soon as you finish the original trilogy. So, there goes 10 supernatural action anime with a character who's overpowered as hell. If you have any additions, don't forget to sound up below in the comments. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be updated as soon as we release a new video. Stay safe, anime fans, and I'll see you in the next video.